Hello. So, I did a previous video on how to break the cost down for a quilt, and I just actually done. I will put a picture at the end of the quilt top. It's not yet quilted, but sorry for the fan in the background. Our air conditioner went out, so yeah. Um, but I wanted to go over the cost. I used fat quarters from Walmart, and they were the sunflower fat quarters, and they were a dollar 40 something. Um, and then I used a yardage of white that was, I've got all the math down. I don't know exact numbers off the top of my head. Um, but basically, for just the top, just for the fabric for the top of the quilt, I spent $12.86. That's just for the top. Now the batting, I am using, this is all I have on hand, so this is what I want to use. This is the more expensive batting. There is a cheaper batting that is like 3 something, so after tax it should be probably like 4 something. So that's for my batting. For my backing and binding, this is how much it cost. It was actually $4.44 a yard, but I needed a little over a yard. And then this is how many hours it took me to do the quilt top. It took me 4 hours and 9 minutes to do that quilt top. Again, I had to have my brother help me figure out the math on the time and how to, because I wrote my time down. And I will show you, I did not do the math right. So I wrote my time down every time I stopped and ended. But I took a picture of this, I sent it to my brother. He redid the math on there, and it came out to, the 4 hours and 9 minutes. So I'm glad I asked his help because I was totally wrong. And then I charge a penny and a half, which decimal is 0, no, 0.015 is a decimal for a penny and a half. So when you use a calculator, you do your width times your length, and then that crazy number that it comes out to, then you times that by the cost that you choose to charge for quilting. That came out to $27.19. Where it's my quilt and I picked the design, I picked the fabric and everything, I divided that in half, which came out to $13.59. Okay. So right here is the cost where I'm going to quilt it. I'm charging, the $13.59. This is not including the time that it's going to cost me to put the batting on, or not the batting, but the binding. This is not including the thread cost. This is just including all the fabric, all the batting, which is your materials and stuff that you need, and my time, and half of the price that it cost me to quilt it. That came up to $81.13 for a quilt that is the size of 37 inches by 49 inches. This quilt is a perfect size for like a crib, like a baby crib, or it is also a perfect size for maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not quite sure. I do have a book, which I don't have it with me. Sizes for wheelchairs. So that's good way to market that, either for a baby crib or for a wheelchair. This is fat quarter friendly. I used 5 fat quarters for this quilt, and I will put a picture up of the quilt, the design. It took me 4 hours and 9 minutes to iron the fabric, cut the fabric into the pieces that I wanted. I did a falling charm with a 2.5 inch border, and the falling charm blocks came out. I had 24 blocks, and then which were 7-inch blocks, and then I had a 2.5 inch border of white, and then a 5-inch border of more sunflowers. So that is my quilt, and I plan on quilting that soon. But that's basically how to price a quilt, how I price it. Now, other people will price it different ways and do it different ways. This is just how I'm doing it. I am dyslexia. I do have problems with math. As you can tell, like 5 hours and 30 minutes, and my brother did the calculations and he came out with 1 hour and 9 minutes. So, like, that is proof that if you have people around you, hang on, that is proof that if you have people around you that support you and that have your back and that can help you, you can do anything, whether it be quilting, gardening, whatever, because I love gardening. I have my small farm. I just want to encourage people. If I can do it, I have dyslexia. I can't read and write very well. I'm not good in math at all. But I really love sewing. I really love building a quilt and putting it together and, using my brain. Everything I do is a challenge. It comes with gardening. That's a challenge for me because I get sick in the heat. When it comes to my animals, I have challenges with them because I don't want to screw up. But you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. So, this is Velma and David from Chris Family Farm. So God bless, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.